This is a special edition of WeatherScope with an update on the latest storm affecting the Northeast.
You're looking at live video from Worcester, Massachusetts, right there at the airport. We have a crew standing by, and as you can see, the snow is really coming down. Here it is April and spring, and typically here at the Weather Channel we tell you about severe weather, but unfortunately we're talking about a winter storm. Good evening, I'm Janetta Jones in the Forecast Center here at the Weather Channel, and we are tracking yet another nor'easter. This is a classic winter storm, folks. Will this winter never end? Well, take a look at the current surface map and you'll see what I'm talking about. We have our area of low pressure just off of the coast. Here it is, and it has a counterclockwise wind flow around it, and that is picking up the moisture off of the Gulf, I should say, off of the Atlantic, and throwing it right back on top of you in the Northeast. And you can see we have snow. We also have some rain. Some folks are getting rain and snow. Baltimore, for example, as well as D.C. and Boston. But some folks are getting snow and plenty of it. And this is going to be a slow mover. We are expecting quite a bit of snow. Since it is going to be moving slowly, we could have some problems, needless to say. Well, our crew is standing by in Worcester. Jeff, how's it going? It looks like it's snowing heavier than the last time I spoke with you.
Oh, definitely, Janetta. It's still coming down pretty good. The flakes are getting bigger, too. Temperature has dropped from, I think there was a high of about 39 degrees here today. Never did quite make 40. Whereas in Boston, where we were this morning, it was well up over 40 degrees. But now the temperature, as soon as it started precipitating, has started to fall. That evaporational cooling took into place, and now we're down to about freezing, maybe just below freezing. Flakes getting bigger in size. They were real small earlier, but now we're starting to get those real big, thick, wet snowflakes. They're kind of pasting everything, much as they did 2 nights ago when I was talking to the Weather Channel. And I think we have about a ½ inch accumulation on the grass and on some of the cars here. And I believe it won't be too long before it starts sticking on some of the roadways. Right now, the roadways are just wet.
Okay, a lot of cities in the Northeast broke records with snowfall amounts this season. What's the status with Worcester?
Worcester is not at record snow yet. However, they could breach it on this storm. The record, a little over 120 inches here at the airport, officially 110 so far. And if we do get the 6 to maybe the 12 inches we're talking about with this nor'easter, they could join the rest of the long list of cities in this winter of 95, 96 of record snowfall. So it's been a long one, Janetta, and I think a lot of folks up here getting just a little bit tired.
I know everyone is very tired of it. I know you are too, so take a break. We'll come back to you in just a few minutes. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Well, other locations across the country have been seeing quite a bit of wintry weather. In fact, in the Northeast, we take you to New York City, where the snow started coming down this morning. As the day progressed, it became heavy snow. In Boston, however, it's a mix. We'll put M there so you can remember the mix. Baltimore has been reporting a mix. So has D.C. So a mix of rain and snow in those locations. But in New York City, JFK, as well as LaGuardia, all reporting snow. Long Island Sound could get significant snowfall amounts. We're thinking that on the Long Island, we could see as much as 6 to 7, maybe even 10 inches of snow. Interior regions could be a little bit less. All right, we take you to Philly. They've been seeing some heavy snow. Atlantic City, New Jersey has been reporting some heavy snow in the past few hours. In Boston, they are reporting a mix of rain and snow, as I already mentioned. So a lot of things going on. I-95 corridor, mostly a slushy mess right now. But as temperatures continue to drop, we could see some problems along I-95 on into the city, LIE, as well as the Merritt Parkway. Icy patches could be developing, so we're talking about problems actually as far south as Dover, Delaware. And you have been seeing some light snow. So accumulating on the grassy areas, definitely. Eventually, we're going to see 6 to 12 inches of snow. Interior regions, leaf in sight. Look at this warmth. It's headed in...
Up the coast, it's offshore from New Jersey now, and as you've noted on radar there, spreading snow over much of the northeastern portion of the country. High pressure will be building in behind it, and the warm air out west, here's the leading edge of it. In fact, there were some record highs today in Montana, Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. Here are those current temperatures again. 30s in the northeast, 60s at this time now in much of the plain states, 70s in the southern plains, and 80s out west. And here's a look at the departure from normal. The highs today out in the west in Montana, there were some places that were as much as 30 degrees above normal for this time. And in the Ohio Valley, some areas were 20 degrees below.
Forecast. Accurate, up-to-date weather information for your neighborhood. Only on the Weather Channel.
The Northeast.
You're watching a snowstorm in progress. The scene